Oh my goodness. Ooh. Oh my gosh. It's just how I'm feeling right now. Okay, can y'all see me? Y'all can see me? Let me see. Oh, oh, that's too much. Oh, that's too much. Okay. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with your daily dose. I'm your host, alizemills, and this is the Daily Dose Show, where you already know we be doing the most, period. No, but seriously, we do really be doing the most. If you haven't started following me on Instagram, please follow me on Instagram at alize.mills.1. Once again, that is alize.mills.1. That is ALIZE.MILLS, baby, okay? .1. Also, if you have any further questions or comments that you would like to share with me, or any collaborations that you would like to do with me, because I know you would, start emailing me at alizemills6@gmail.com. Once again, that's alizemills6@gmail.com. Also, you can email me at alizemills@gmail.com. Once again, that is alizemills@gmail.com. Okay, give me 1 second because I have to turn off the fan. And if you have not started following me on TikTok, please follow me on TikTok at Zelum15. That's ZELUM 15. And if you have not started listening to the Legacy Podcast, honey, you are tripping. Start listening to the Legacy Podcast. That is now streaming on Spotify and Anchor. And if you didn't get any of that information, it will be in the link of the description below. So we are back with another amazing video. And this video is going to be helping you to, not just only helping you, but helping me to help you to help me. This video is really going to be helping you to expand your subconscious, and the title of it is Create It Is What You Shall Receive. Once again, it is Create It Is What You Shall Receive. And what that means is to create, meaning internally, and you shall receive in the external reality. It is what you desire. So we are going to be going back over some notes that I had decided to take as of yesterday. Okay, now I know you guys are like, hello, aren't you a stud? You see the earrings? You see them? You see them? Yeah, I know, period. I actually got these on Amazon. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Lately, I've just been wanting to get stuff, like buy earrings, and I have no idea why, but it just makes me feel so different. I don't know. I haven't wore any type of earrings that have been like in this style. Still, I consider myself as studiana. I don't give a damn what y'all say. Studs in the building, baby, period. First, we are going to be going over the notes of Neville Goddard. One of his, I'm going to be breaking down certain things that he was talking about in one of his videos, in one of his lectures called I Am. I don't think you guys can see that. See how you see that? Y'all can't see that. See, look. Hold on, let me go back just a little bit. Just a little bit. Let's see. You see that? Okay, y'all can see that. You can see that. I am Neville Goddard, okay? So we're going to be going back over a little bit of those notes. And the reason we're going back over those notes is because I had jotted down a lot of information, okay? Let's first start by saying the words I am. What is the meaning of I am? Okay, I am means God, okay? Now, I am are two very powerful words, because when you speak the words of I am, you are speaking them as of right now in the present moment, okay? Not before, not yesterday when you was making peaches and cobbler, baby. Not when you was last year on Thanksgiving when you was eating up all the turkey and gobbling down all the damn sweet potatoes. That's no. I am is as of right now within the present moment, okay? He says that the rich versus the poor is no different. And what he means by that is saying the structure of the mind, because even if you are rich, even if you are poor, there is no difference between you two except the rearrangement of the mind. Because your mind, how do you see yourself? What is the new version of how you believe to see yourself? What is it that you want to create? What is it that you see your ideal self as? Not of the version that if people have told you that you are, not of the failed version of the version that you may be now, or maybe you was yesterday. I don't know you, you don't know me, but how do you see yourself? The structure of the mind is the most important thing. He also goes on to say the doers of the word are not hearers only, meaning that I didn't get the full quote, but what I did understand was that he said the hearers are the ones that look in the mirror and forget who they are, because it's like you're hearing, you know how, for example, when we hear something is different from actually listening, how they say active listening skills, okay? Meaning that you are present within that moment and you're actually actively listening to what the person is saying. You're not just hearing them. That's why a person says, oh, I hear you, but are you really listening? Okay, let's actually go ahead and pull that up right now. Let Google let us know what we working with, baby. Hold on, give me 1 second. Hey Google, give me the definition of active listening.
According to Wikipedia, active listening is a technique of careful listening and observation of nonverbal cues, with feedback in the form of accurate paraphrasing, that is used in counseling, training, and solving disputes or conflicts.
So carefully you are listening to the person. Active listening meaning that when a person is listening to you actively, they're going to nod. They're going to say, They're engaging within the conversation. See, some people, how they say, a person that's just only hearing you is just going to say, oh, I hear you. But they're doing something else. They're not really giving you the eye contact. They're not sitting there. They're not observing the conversation. They're not listening to anything that you're saying, baby. They just around here just like, oh, I hear you. Didn't you do that thing? Remember when I told you to turn off the fire in the kitchen with the water on the stove? Oh, I forgot. What, you told me that? When'd you tell me that? I told you that earlier. Remember when we was having you said you were listening. Oh man, my bad. Now I gotta go do it. And trust me, I'm not an active listener. Let's be real. Like sometimes I can I'm gonna be real with you. I take bits and parts and pieces of what I want to hear and what I want to listen to. But at the same time, I've been learning to actually become more of an active listener rather than just being the person that just hears what the person is saying, even when I'm sedated on drugs, because the medication that I take sedates me. So anyway, what he means is the hearers are the people who forget who they are when they look in the mirror. See, the doers are the ones that are going to be able to create the reality because they're actually taking the time to create it is what they desire. Whether that is using a law of attraction book, whether that's writing down it is what you desire, visualizing it is what you desire, and doing affirmations. I started to do affirmations. I started to look in the mirror and give myself an honest compliment every day and say, what is something that I like about myself? Or, I love about myself. And I'll say 5 things that I love about myself. Being able to see and envision it is what you want, but not only just envision it is what you want, but also take forth action. Don't just sit here and think that, oh, because I want to be able to, I want to be this awesome creator, content creator, and this awesome writer. It doesn't mean that I'm gonna just sit here and visualize and not do nothing and get up off my behind. But it means that I create the vision that it is that I desire in my mind. I visualize it every day. And I believe mostly into the law of assumption. I do lean towards the law of attraction because law of attraction does work for everybody. It does. Law of attraction, law of assumption, the law of projection. I didn't even know that was a law. We're going to get into that, but meaning that you are actually taking forth action. And one thing that Neville did say that is the action is within the mind. When you see yourself, it is how you want to see yourself. For example, when I had lost weight, that 7 pounds, I used the law of assumption by seeing myself in a different light, by seeing myself skinnier, by seeing myself fit, by envisioning these things of seeing myself. And I was eating whatever I wanted to eat, and I still lost the weight. And it's interesting because you'll think, how the heck can you do that without doing nothing? And just it surprised me because I lost weight and literally was like, I'm how much? And didn't even change my diet. But anyway, we're gonna go back into it. So the doers of the word are not just the hearers, meaning that they don't just hear, but they listen. They hear it is what you should do, and then they do it. They complete an action towards it is what they want to create. He who looks in the perfect law of liberty of perseverance, he will be blessed. Meaning, look into your mind and persevere. I know that you guys will hear a lot of people talking about, what do you mean persevere in what? Okay, let me break it down to you. I don't affirm all day. I do not affirm 24/7. I have a purple book where it is a self-love and self-concept book where I write down love affirmations about myself, and I affirm them at night and I affirm them in the daytime. I do not affirm all day. It is nothing wrong with you wanting to affirm. Everyone manifests differently. Once again, everyone manifests differently. So when he talks about perseverance, he's saying that you need to have the persistence and live in that moment and just keep reminding yourself that it's going to happen. It's coming. Remember, create it is what you shall receive, and trust and believe in yourself. And it's just like when you're exercising, you persevere you persist in wanting to see the results in your body, right? You don't just give up, or just like for me, example, I haven't stepped out into driving in a bit because of my medication. However, I'm still going to persist to learn how to drive and still persist even if it gets hard, even if it frustrates me, because that's the learning part of it. You get me? So when you persevere meaning that what you want to create is what's going to happen is what's going to manifest in your reality. If you believe it and you persist in it, like I said, whether it's affirming or scripting, if you're scripting works too. Do whatever it is that you want and you persist in that, it's going to happen, Now, if it's something that you really desire, that as far as a profession, I want to speak on specific persons, because a lot of people, I want to let you guys know that your specific person, or however, if you want to manifest somebody, honey, if you persist and you say it's happening, it's going to happen. You just have to believe in yourself. He says he will be blessed, okay? It's just like I said, when it comes to professionalism, when it comes to wanting to be successful, you being successful is by you starting that podcast. You being successful is you starting that workout. You being successful is you changing the way you eat. You being successful is you starting that new animation that you want to draw. Whatever it is, that book that you're writing, that is what makes you successful. The rewards is what you reap in the end. The money, the fame, and all of that, that's just the rewards, honey. So look into the mind of no concern. Dare to assume I am free. Rearrange the structure of the mind. Persevere. Do not speak of the old reality. Now, one thing I want to talk about is when we speak of the old reality, meaning that we will continue to assume that, okay, this has happened, so it's set in stone. Nothing is ever set in stone. Don't believe that anything is set in stone, because it's not. Nothing is forever, as though they would say, because it is true. Nothing is forever. Hell, we gonna die, right? Exactly. What the hell? We ain't just gonna be living forever. We gonna die eventually. Now, so when you, meaning do not speak of the old reality, don't think that just because this is what it is, just because I'm in this situation, just because I'm here, just because I am homeless at the moment, whoever may be watching this, just because I don't have the money that I need it is to pay for my car insurance, or the money I need it is to go and buy this house that I want, that does not mean that it's set in stone. That does not mean that it's not going to happen, because it is, and it will happen. It is happening right now. As long as you are rearranging the structure of your mind to believe that it can happen. See, what success starts is success. If you really want to be at the top, you have to rearrange the structure of your mind. You can no longer have that poverty mindset. See, we were taught growing up that it's hard to get money. We have to have a job. A job of 9 to 5 is going to only do so much. And like I said before, what my plan is to do is, there's nothing wrong with starting off at a 9 to 5. It's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, I'm not going to be sitting here telling my kids money is hard to come by. Because let me tell you something. You can make $1,000 within a month. Now, a lot of people might be like, you can't do that. Girl, I did it. And it goes. Boom. It goes. And see, my thing is that, no, seriously. If you think that it's hard to come by, then it's going to be hard to come by. See, a lot of people might be thinking like, you're not thinking realistically. Okay, realistic. We're going to get into that, where Neville starts to talk about this. But remember, if you are manifesting, do not keep repeating the same old reality. Do not keep sitting here dwelling in these old habits and these old thoughts of this is what's happening and this is it. Nothing is set in stone, baby. Anything can change at any moment, at any second, at any given minute, at any hour. It can change in a day, within a couple of weeks, if you just honestly believe. And if you not even just believe, the fact is you don't even have to have this whole big amount of faith. You could just have this small little bit amount of faith and just say, you know what? I'm still going to rearrange the structure of my mind and tell myself that this can happen. Because when you start to rearrange the structure of your mind, you start to break out the imprisonment of your self-conception, because we are imprisoned, meaning we are holding ourselves back because of the way we think, and how we think, and how we think is going to be how we feel. How we feel is going to add on to how we act. But think about this: how we think is also going to become our actions, because how you think is going to be the same exact way how you act in life. The moves that you make is the same way how you think. And that is subconsciously, because you haven't rearranged the structure of your mind, because you keep thinking that it's hard to do this, it's hard to do that, I can't do that, I should start this when I'm already done with this. I was told that I should start my YouTube channel when I have my place. I have a whole ass camera. And this camera costs almost damn near over $1,000 something in Best Buy. And a friend helped me find it lesser than that, with good camera quality. Literally. This camera costs a lot of money. And then I have to get the light. But see, I'm not worried about the money that was coming in, because I knew I was going to have enough money to pay for it. Just like with my podcast, like with my bundle and stuff. See, I'm not worried about that, because the more you worry about it, the more you're going to concern yourself with something that has nothing to do with you. At the end of the day, what has to do with you is what the story that you are speaking into existence as of right now, and the moves that you're making to get you to where you need to be. That is what matters. The old story no longer exists, because that was yesterday. It is today. Sleep in the assumption. Now, when he says sleep in the assumption, he was in prison, and I think he was either in prison or he was held within, because he was drafted into the army, and he didn't want to be there. And, at first he wasn't able to leave. So he decided to imagine himself being with his wife and his daughter in their beautiful apartment, and he slept in the assumption. Now, a lot of people cannot sleep in the assumption, and we're human beings, so we're not going to stay within the same state as always. So what I would say is, if you're able to just daydreaming, I daydream all damn day. Daydreaming is amazing. Now that I've been sedated on drugs, I can't even daydream and do what I want to do. So daydreaming actually does help. And even visualization, just sitting there and creating a scene, or scripting. And even though I can't really daydream the way I want to, as though I used to, because of the drugs that I'm on, like I said, I don't plan on taking medication for the rest of my life, and this is not going to stop me. because I can't really get to my subconscious the way I want to, meaning that I really want to be able to get in there and be able to pull up a scene. I can't even barely pull up a scene. I kid you not. You don't have to sleep in the assumption, but if you dare to believe, then you will sleep in the assumption as the woman and the man that you see yourself to be. See, again, dare to assume I am the woman I want to be. Sleep as the woman imagined. Be a doer in the whole sense of the word. Persistence. What is the action? The action, you don't really need to take any required action because the action is already in here. Once you've decided to make that action, the action was within the mind. See, as soon as you make an action, that means that there's somewhere in here that clicks and says, I decide that this is what I want and this is exactly what I want to do. Now, once you do that, that means that you are going to put yourself in a position of, now that you've decided and you've made the required action to do what it is that you want to do, now you're going to see what are the ways that I can, what are other ways that I can get creative, far as like me with my YouTube channel, what are other ways that I can get creative? What are other things that I can implement? What are other ideas that I can come up with? All these things are going to start to come to you and you're going to wonder where. And these are going to be from the universe, because the universe is us and we are the universe. So if you believe that, you know what, I imagine that this is exactly what I want to be, and I'm going to take those steps to get exactly where I want to be, regardless of what anyone says, regardless of the obstacles or trials that are in the way. Because what we do is we allow reason, which I'm going to get to later on. It says here, the sense of the word persistence, do it to that which is externalized in my world. Meaning to persist. When you persist in something, you're going to get it is exactly what you want. Without persistence, it's not. One thing that I want to say, this is something that Bob Proctor said. Everybody has persistence. It's just the way you utilize persistence. Persistence can be utilized for you or it could be utilized against you. A person who is not persistent, meaning that they're not doing it is exactly what they need to do. Oh, no. Persistence. Hold on, wait. Because I'm saying that's consistency. Persistence is when a task becomes difficult. No matter how difficult the task may be, you're going to persist through. Hold on. Definition of persistence. Give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. Look. Persistence in doing something despite, difficulty or delay in achieving success. No matter how difficult it may be. Okay? If you tell yourself, okay, this is difficult, I'm not going to do it, then you don't have the perseverance. Because somewhere when you were as a child, you wanted something and you probably had done something, or someone had told you that you can't do that, or it may have been a certain project that you worked on and you persevered and you may not have got the exact accomplishment, or you may not have gotten the exact grade that you wanted, or you may not have got exactly what it is that you wanted. So you may think that as of now, if I decide to persevere, regardless of how difficult this task may be, I'm not going to reap the rewards in the end. But see, you can't carry on that negative conception of yourself, because when we carry on those negative conceptions of ourselves, we carry them on in our lives, and then when we do that, we create it is exactly what is around us. I believe that regardless of the circumstances, I am the God of my reality, goddess of my reality, and I can make anything happen. See, I didn't persevere when I was younger in certain things, because I thought I was weak. And regardless of how difficult things had gotten, I still thought, damn, I'm weak. I can't do it. But for some reason, when I wanted to get into the college program and Job Corps, I persevered regardless of how difficult that math test for me to get in was. And I didn't have to take the math test for college, but I had to take it to show Job Corps that, yes, I can have this amount of points to get into the college program. And it was math. And I would say math was always my weakest subject. But that day when I actually persevered and I did exactly it is what I needed to do, regardless of how difficult things had gotten, regardless if I got stuck on a problem, regardless if I got stuck on a test question, I said, no, I'm going to do this and I'm going to find the answer. And until I keep getting it and I'm going to find the right answer. And I'm not going to second guess myself. And I was able to get inside the college program because I passed that test. Because I persevered. It may have gotten difficult, but I said, you know what? I can do this. And when you tell yourself that you can do anything, that is when you break the cycle and chains of imprisonment within your self-conception and within thyself. Because that's when you tell yourself that you are able to do exactly it is what you came to do on this planet. There are 3 things. Why am I here? You are here to create. What it is do you want? What do you want? No, who are you? I am a creator. Why are you here? To create. What do you want to create? That is up to you. And those are not quotes by me. That's actually in my Law of Attraction book. Consulted self, be honest with thyself, do not care what others say. Now, this is something that I want to also put in here because I was listening to what David Goggins had said. One thing he did say was fuck people. Sorry, YouTube, but fuck people. And that is something that I never really thought about because he said once you start to get that, the knowing of that everyone is fucked up around you, everybody's fucked up, you're fucked up, but you're able to live your own truth. That person who may be telling you how bad you are, he says they've masked up their truth of who they are and their bullshit for so many years better than you have. But you out here actually being able to live your truth and being able to say, you know what? I can do whatever it is that I desire. I can do whatever it is that I put my mind to. Even if I make a fool out of myself, even if I embarrass myself. Hey, let me tell you guys something. I decided to go out and approach women and tell them that they're attractive and I would like to get to know them more and be interested. I am not that kind of woman. I have never been the type of woman who has ever been able to approach anybody or even with my YouTube channel, go out and say, hey, listen to my YouTube channel, listen to my podcast. That is the most difficult thing that I have ever done, but I'm putting myself out here. And even if I make an ass of myself, oh well. And one thing I have to realize is that for so long, I have been a people pleaser. For so long, I have been that person who has cared about what people think and have thought that, oh, everybody is above me and putting everyone on a pedestal. And David Goggins said he was that same person. And at that moment, I thought to myself, like, as soon as you break that cycle and just say, fuck people, and you don't care about what they say or think, he's out here running over like 200 something miles literally, and it's amazing. Like he's running over or 500 miles he was running, I believe, and he didn't care about what people said, and he was out there recording and talking his shit because he didn't give a damn about what other people was saying. See, that's hard for me to do, but see, after listening to that video, I told myself that I'm gonna stop caring about what people say and stop giving a fuck. Stop having anxiety every time I go out somewhere or if I get on the bus and people are looking at me. Who gives a fuck? Each and last one of these individuals on this planet is fucked up. We're all fucked up because we've all been through something, and some of us are just really good at hiding our emotions. Some of us are really good just hiding our actual truth. But I'm actually speaking my truth and telling who I am. And when Neville Goddard talks about do not care about what others say, meaning you shouldn't care about what others say when you're creating the reality that it is in your mind. You do not have to go around trying to tell people what you're doing. If you're manifesting a specific person, if you're manifesting that car, if you're manifesting that house, if you're manifesting to be a fucking multimillionaire, if people don't believe you and don't see that so fit, then why does it matter? It does not matter what they say. Assume and it shall be. See, reason. Do not oppose. Look into the perfect law of liberty. Do nothing. What is done. Because what you have created is already done. Now all you need to do is take the further steps in life and the steps that are given to you and the universe is guiding you. That's all you need to do. You know what I'm saying? Because then you're going to start to see, damn, ooh, I'm meeting a lot of other multimillionaires. People are coming up to talk to me and teach me about how to become a millionaire. I'm learning how to get money. I'm learning how money is so easy. Like you can just make money within a day. It's not that hard to make money. I'm able to manifest things around me so quickly. I can manifest anything. I can manifest money comes to me so easily and effortlessly. Shit, people have manifested money by just sitting on their ass. Now, Far as that, hey, hey, if you could do that, go ahead, baby. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I believe that I'm going to put in the work that I need to do for what I'm doing. See, for example, if you want to be an actor, okay, then start acting. Get up every day and act out your role and play out roles. Go around, dress up as an actor, and go out and just act and just do it. It doesn't matter if you make a fool of yourself, because at the end of the day, who gives a damn? You want to know why? Because they're laughing at the person that's going to become the greatest fucking actor in the fucking in history. If you want to go out and sing and just be like, la, 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 la. You know, go out and sing. If you want to sing, go out there. Who gives a damn if people looking at you talk, oh, she did it. Who gives a damn? Because look at you. If you want to be a comedian, do something funny, do something crazy at a restaurant. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, these things are going to help you to get to where you need to be. And the many mistakes that we make in life is what's going